We do not go anywhere near the surface. Got it?
Everything good is above the surface. Walking. Air! The sky, clouds, the sun. Whoa, don't look at it.
So part of what your character Lorenzo is dealing with, along with his wife, is the fear of Luca, their son, leaving the nest and of like not being able to protect him 100%. You are rather famously a dad. How have you dealt with that in your own life?
You know, it's interesting because there's the perspective of the parent where you want to protect your kids, and you also have this belief that you are super insightful to like any change within your child. Like, they're sad, or I can tell that they're lonely. And then from a kid's perspective, we kind of looked at our parents as they knew nothing. You know what I mean? They didn't know what was going on. So there is something of a balance between those two things that I'm very much of the attitude that I want my kids to go out there and kind of scrape their knees and learn, struggle and fail, because I think half the battle is getting up after you fail rather than falling down.
Yeah, I want my kids to get like a job at a hardware store when they're 16. Do you know what I mean? Like I want them to have to do everything.
Yeah, it's like, I think it's more important, it's obviously it's implementing is different from a philosophy, but I want my kids to like have that job that they're bad at when they're a teenager as opposed to when they're 30.
I mean, I will say that like Lorenzo, and I can't remember Maya's character's name, but like it seemed, they went to find him, to their credit, but it did seem like they were like, he's gonna be okay. Do you know what I mean? Like they knew that it was kind of dangerous, but like didn't seem like they were, really super frantically trying to find him. He's fine.
Yeah,
they tried.
And I think there is an element of a certain level of optimism in this movie that is really refreshing in our incredibly cynical times, right? Like we are at kind of like culturally at a peak nihilism. So like the sincerity and of this movie and the optimism of it, like, they're looking for the kids and like, I'm going to be angry when I find them, but it's not, the Daniela who plays Maya, who plays Daniela, does not have an expectation that the worst scenarios happen, which is refreshing because we live in the worst scenario of everything. What if there's a pandemic and 500,000 people? You know what I mean? It's nice to reattach to that notion of optimism,
I think it helps that it's set in the 50s and 60s too, when it's like, yeah, sure, ride your bike. Who gives a shit? Do you know what I mean? Like, whatever, you'll be fine.
Yeah, you don't need a helmet. Yeah.
So you're a global traveler. You've been everywhere. Have you summered on the Italian Riviera?
I have not. I definitely want to. I'm somebody who watches things, and I don't know if it's it's like I'm so affected by visual things, but like I watched it and all I did was crave pasta and gelato. But at the end of the movie, I was like, I got to get to Italy. Like, I also wanted to reconnect with some friends, but there is, it is a love letter to the Italian Riviera. And, but not just the Italian Riviera, but like those charming small towns that, are really, that's when we go on vacation, that's where we want to see. We don't want to go to a tourist trap and buy the tourist food. We want to go into like some small room and get a pasta dish that somebody just made 2 feet away.
Silenzio Bruno!
Silenzio Bruno!
Silenzio Bruno!
Silenzio Bruno!
Can you still hear him?
Nope, just you!
Good! Now hang on!